In the first 5 years of building my business, I was hyper-focused, laser-focused, because all I wanted to be was the queen of New York real estate. I had it in my mind on day 1, I had it on day 2, I had it on day 14, and it never left my mind. I was hyper-focused on who I wanted to be, which was the queen of New York real estate. All the work was about getting there, but that's the zone I was in, definitely. On day 1, in my head, I saw myself as the queen of real estate. I saw people coming up and kissing my ring like the Pope. So for me, it was a roadmap. It was crystal clear in full color. I think the #1 thing that got me to where I am today is just simple hard work. So overwork is definitely the #1 thing. And then if I could pick a second one as to what got me to where I am, I would say over preparation. I over prepare for everything I do, born out of insecurity of maybe not being able to deliver. And what an advantage that is in any situation when you walk in and you've well over prepared over the next competitor. You'll usually leave the situation with the gold. I have to tell you, waitressing is a great way to learn about business. Give great service, charm people, remember their name, get their coffee there first, you get more money. How fair. That's the way business is. That's the way real life is. And your day flies by. I probably could have used a heck of a lot of money advice starting out, and I didn't have any. And I wasn't worried about saving money or using it wisely. If I had an instinctive gut idea on something, I ran out with it as fast as I could. And so I wasted a lot of money, but what I got for that were a lot of successful ideas, because it's like research in progress. You know, try this, try that, try that. And what it implies is that you have an open mind and you're optimistic that things are going to work out. And a funny thing about an open mind on money, I think money's meant to be spent, which I know doesn't sound like prudent advice. But if you are not afraid to spend money when it involves betting on yourself, that's the key thing, not the next guy, betting on yourself, chances are pretty good that money's going to make you more money. Is their ability to get over an obstacle and keep on going. You know, when you're building a business, you have your good days, but you have a lot more bad days than good days where the chips are down and you're not sure how you're going to make it to the finish line. But you have to really be able to take anything that hits you in the head or flies in your face or becomes an obstacle before it's a big obstacle and think quickly on your feet on how to solve it. I think that takes a certain quality in the personality that doesn't get bothered by that stuff. And so when they get hit and they get hit and they get hit, they have that ability to keep popping up, and it's almost like an attitude of hit me again. I'm stupid, hit me again. But that exact thing is common to anyone who builds a great business, because they wouldn't have gotten there if they can't get over obstacles and bounce right back up. So that bouncing up is the #1 quality in my book. If you have a great idea for a business, the first thing you should do is get it out there. What people tend to do instead is analyze it to death and get everything in order, get the business plan down, get their ducks in order, how they're going to finance it. I think there's a time where you have to give that a little thought. I think there's a tendency to feel as though you have to have everything in perfect order, be a perfectionist. And the problem with that is by not getting out there, you don't even have a chance to revamp your product, your sales pitch, your pricing. The only way you can test it is to get it out there in the market. So I think if you have even a prototype of, say, a product or a new service with basic pitch points to it, you ought to walk out in the street, hit a couple of strangers and see if they'll pay you for it. That's the beginning of a business, not on paper or safely at your desk in your office. Whenever anyone's pitching me a business idea, I'm looking for the same old stuff. I'm looking for someone, #1, that hits me over the head with high energy, because I've never seen anybody build a business without high energy. So that's like a basic, like breathing. I also am looking for someone that I can trust. And it's a weird thing about trust. You don't really know how you get there, but you know when it's not there. So if I have anything in my body that says I don't really trust this guy or gal. And lastly, I'm looking for somebody who's pretty street smart. And it's hard to see if somebody's street smart when they're standing in front of you pitching, but you could see how they think. And I'm really looking for someone who thinks fast on their feet, can answer questions quickly. I believe what they say. It feels like practical answers versus theoretical answers. And then I guess that also circles around back to trusting them.